Okay, hello and good afternoon, and welcome to this week's Link for Growth TV show. It's September the 16th, 2016, and we have a absolute packed show for you. A rare treat for us all, we have a full lineup with everyone here and involved. Hi Tania, how are you this week?
Hello Diane, yes I'm fine, thank you very much, fine. I floated my way down here today.
Yes, we're going to be seeing more photos of that, and you've got lots of other videos as well, haven't you?
I'm sorry Diane, I'm going to have to turn you up despite the echo because I can't hear you.
I said
It
you've
looks
got
like
lots,
what, sorry?
I said you've got lots. I said I've seen some photos which we're going to talk about in a minute, and you have also sent, got lots of other news as well as the flood.
That's right. I'm going to be talking about the rain and the effects of the rain last night, and some other rail news. HS2, an engagement event that people can go to in Three Rivers, and some free training and support to help cut costs and save energy.
Okay, that sounds really good and very interesting. And Neal, you're going to be talking about one or two things, Watford FC and a few other teams as well.
Yeah, I'll be reflecting on a very unexpected result for Watford last weekend, and also be with thunderstorming against Manchester United. We've got some local rugby, hockey, and golf.
Okay, that's great. And Catherine, welcome back after your holidays.
Thank you. I was here last week as well, though.
Yeah, but it didn't feel like it.
Seems a long time ago now.
I know. But there's a lot happening this weekend, isn't there?
Yeah, there's various things. Yeah, I'm going to be talking about various charity things that are happening. You can go red or you can go purple for various things. There's lots going on in and around the town. There's things going on at the Palace Theatre. There's things going on at the Colosseum. There's some Eid celebrations going on. And there's some yellow comedy at a venue. I can tell you where that is later.
Okay, that's great. And Chris, hello, welcome.
Yeah, hi there, Diane. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Now, we talked a lot about how the bandstand is opening up and everything, and you're down there to give your view on how it looks and what you think.
Yeah, I was going to come down when it opened, but for some strange reason I missed it, and so I haven't seen it yet. Well, I have now because I'm standing in front of it, but it's. Yeah, I'm gonna give you my view of it, really.
Okay, that's great. Well, as usual, I'll give a quick rundown of what happened in Link for Growth last week, and it was a week where pubs featured large. In that we had a Link for Drinks last night at Waddesdon pub at Moon Underwater in Watford, and the previous night, because of the way that we arranged all these things, we had a Link for Drinks at Fox and Hounds in Rickmansworth. And on top of that, last Monday, Reason Coffee Shop hosted a Link Coffee morning for us. All the events were quite well attended, with lots of lovely discussions taking place as usual. And want to perhaps new ideas to come along in the near future, but more of those as and when they're ready to be announced on as well. Tania, we've had a tremendous downpour in this part of the world. In the last 24 hours or so, resulting in people being flooded off trains with landslides and causing derailments, and that's causing long derailments Watford and on the whole west coastline. But you're going to talk about how it's affected you, because of course you live on a boat, so one would imagine that you are completely safe and you don't mind how hard it rains, but that's not necessarily the case, is it?
That's right, Diane, that's it, yes. It has been dreadful for people on trains today. 400 people on a Pacific train going through Kings Langley down toward Watford have been evacuated overnight and early hours of this morning. And clearly that's such a dreadful situation that's disrupted an awful lot of people today. But it seems to have been managed really well by the rail companies and the fire service and etc. etc. So all of those people seem to have got off okay. There were 4 injuries. But there's lots and lots of places in the news that are reporting, even making national news today. So lots of other places reporting that, and lots of people piling in to say that they're really pleased that everyone got off okay. But I thought when I was lying in bed this morning that it was beautiful sound. The fireworks from the lightning were lighting up the whole of the place. And I was lying there thinking how lovely it was. And then I stepped out of my door, and unusually I stepped down too far. There you go, there's a photograph of my door. And normally it's about that. Yes, it's not much different from that photograph there. But this morning when I stepped out, I think there's another photo I sent you, where the water was all the way over the tyre, and it was quite a long way further down. In fact, it was so far down that if there was any more water in the canal at that point in time, I'd have been listing to one side because there'd have been too much water and my ropes were too tight. So actually, any more water and my boat would have been beached.
Yeah, and it seems really strange that it could have been beached in a flood, doesn't it?
That's right, exactly, Diane. That's it. Yeah, but because she was, tied up, if the water overflows the banks, then where's it going to go? And the boat's going to just rise and end up on land. So yeah, it was a lot of water last night. There were photos that you just showed that showed the other side of the bank at a point sort of a couple of hours after the water, and at the peak it was right at the top of the metal railings that keep the bank stable. So it had been higher. In fact, it had been flowing all the way over the roads that we used to access our moorings. There was a photograph there of flooded fields and a little cottage that's been renovated and made habitable for that. There's the lake, so the whole of the lake had risen by about 4 inches. So across the whole of that surface there, about 4 inches of extra water, all the way down the lake. And here's the cottage. So just on the right-hand side of the picture there, you can see the little cottage that's being built. They've had some beautiful work done there. It's for a lady, an older lady who's having difficulty accessing her home, and it was completely flooded last night. People were out from 3 a.m. along the road in Bourne End, trying to prevent the water from getting into their houses on the main road. And these people here were up from 4 a.m. trying to get it to not go into this little cottage that we've been building there. So really huge implications for people last night. It might have been beautiful to listen to and watch the lightning, but it's really affected people.
Yeah, I mean, they do look as if it's been quite a storm and quite a significant impact. And even in Watford, there have been pictures in the local press of flooding and stuff like that. But when you talk about that lake, or the canal actually almost reaching its banks, then you get an idea of how much water fell last night in a few hours. That's
right, Diane. Yeah. I mean, for some people it's ended up in their front living rooms. For us, I was fortunate, but those around, not quite so. And as you say, people in Watford and people elsewhere around the country, it's been a big flood for them in personal terms. Not you'd think a boat would still be floating, but Any more water and it would have been dangerous for us too.
It sounds really counterintuitive, doesn't it?
It does, yes. But yeah, there's still going to be problems for people coming home this evening on the train lines. There's still disruption between Milton Keynes and Euston, and lots of people, of course, have had to divert their train journeys to come away from this area. It's still having lots of implications for people who are travelling.
Yeah, and yes. And earlier on today, the Abbey line was also down, as was the London Overground line as well. So Watford Junction got hit really badly.
Yeah, that's right, Diane. I think the Overground line is back up again now. I'm not sure about the Abbey line, but yeah, anyone travelling around here or wanting to travel through Watford is probably going to suffer some disruptions.
Okay. Let's continue the train theme or the rail theme, shall we?
Yes, let's.
We'll talk about something that isn't built yet, which has already caused a confusion around here, obviously. HS2.
Yeah, HS2, you're absolutely right. Already a huge amount of query. But there's an engagement event. So it's the second engagement event being held by Three Rivers District Council to help us to understand what it is that they're trying to achieve and to help them to understand what people think about what they're planning. So we're being invited for those in Three Rivers District Council area to a meeting to talk to the experts about the engineering, construction, the environment and whatever really we want to talk about, to see the maps and plans of the project in the Three Rivers area, to ask questions and see the proposals in more detail. The meeting is going to be held at West Hyde and Maple Cross Community Centre. Currently it's also known as the Little House on the Prairie, in Horn Hill Road, Whitmanchester. And it will be on Thursday the 11th of August between 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. and Saturday the 17th of September, of course that one's already gone, Saturday the 17th of September between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. So if anyone in that area wants to know more about the proposals, then pop along on Saturday, tomorrow of course, between 11 and 3. Little House on the Prairie.
Okay, now we touched on this subject of Christmas last week with Catherine and Christmas cards. And Three Rivers District Council are now saying companies can get their name in lights.
That's right, get your name in lights if you're a company or if you get £2,000. Get your name in lights over in Rickmansworth Town Centre, sponsoring the Christmas lights. And £2,000 is all it takes to get your name up there. Smaller donations are welcome, but they don't mean that you'll get your name up in the lights for the Christmas period. So the illuminations help stimulate shopping activity, as well as helping everyone to get a little bit more festive. And the switch on for that particular evening on the 25th of November 2016, run by Ricky Town Centre Community Interest CIC Community Interest Company. They're going to see the High Street alive with stalls, stages and funfair rides. So this is an evening thing that's going to help to bring together local businesses, charities, community groups and the public in general. So anyone who wants to sponsor some lights and get your name up there, have a word with Watford, with Three Rivers District Council, the Ripley Town team at CIC, and you'll be able to do it.
Okay, that's great. Now, this event is taking place in October, but it's just been announced, and it is quite an important event for local businesses, and it will be a great way, hopefully, for them to save money.
Talking of what, Diane, sorry?
I think we've got a bad line. The free training and support to cut costs.
Yes, that's it. So, yeah, as you say, this event has just been announced. Again, another Three Rivers District Council event, and this time in conjunction with the Carbon Trust. So this is really, really important in terms of sustainability and making sure that we keep greenhouse gases down and we don't just take everything off the earth and then pump it into the sky and ruin our atmosphere. So Councillor Stephen Giles Herts is the chair of the Sustainable Development Planning and Transport Committee. Is keen to support a local workshop to help local businesses reduce their costs and improve their energy efficiency. And there's a £7 million fund available to small and medium enterprises, first come first served basis, to offer energy saving training, investments, implementation advice and capital support for the installation of energy efficient equipment. Eligible companies can get a contribution of between, it's only a contribution mind, between £750 and £10,000 to cover up to 15% of an energy efficiency project or replacement equipment cost. So if you want to have 15% support for something that you're doing in your business and what you're doing is going to be energy efficient, then actually these people could be helping you. So there's a meeting, it's supposed to help between 1,000 and 2,000 smaller businesses. So don't think that just because you're small you won't get in there. The meeting, the free workshop, is held on the 6th of October at Three Rivers District Council, Three Rivers House in Rickmansworth, from 9:30 AM to 11:30 AM. That's the 6th of October from 9:30 to 11:30 over there in Ricky.
Yeah, I mean, it looks to be a great initiative. I think companies now are trying to cut energy costs because it's just so expensive, aren't they?
That's right, Diane. It is quite expensive, all of our energy costs, and swapping over to green energy isn't the most efficient or most easily done thing. I'm talking about doing it on the boat, having solar panels on the boat. So it's not cheap and it's not necessarily easy.
Okay, thank you for that. Now, we've both Three Rivers and Watford have issued warnings about people dumping stuff on your behalf, and now Herts have joined the scheme and issued the warning themselves.
That's it. Herts are now saying with a very prominent campaign, could this be yours? When you see fly tipping, it could be that if you've not gone through the proper procedures for disposal and had your certificate signed, etc., it could be that your waste turns up on the side of the road somewhere, and you could be prosecuted for having it there. There was a Hatfield resident recently ordered to pay nearly £3,000 and carry out 90 hours of unpaid work for contravening the laws. He thought he'd done everything that he needed to. He hadn't. So getting to know what it is that you need to do when you're having someone take on your day is really important.
Yeah. Okay, so it's again, check the paperwork of the person who's taking the rubbish away from you. It's the basic advice, isn't it?
That's right, yeah. Make sure that the people you're involved with, you're employing, are licensed and they give you a receipt.
Yeah, that's good. Very briefly, both Watford and Herts are saying that their council tax and planning services are down this weekend.
Yes, so they're doing something with electricity, and yeah, this weekend from 5 on Friday until 8 on Monday, Watford Council is testing the electricity supply to the town hall, which will affect the council tax, balances and queries line, and the planning information. So if you want to do any of that at Watford, then don't bother.
Yeah, and also Herts have issued the same advice. So obviously, and it seems as if they, well, not obviously, but it seems as if they share the same services.
There you go. Herts and Watford. Council tax and planning information. won't be able to look at it this weekend.
Okay, now, the police are warning everyone to be looking out for pickpockets.
They are, Diane, yeah. I was quite surprised at this story. So it seems that 3 people were targeted on September the 13th in Tesco Extra on the Lower Street, Herts Shopping Centre and Asda St Albans Road between 1 p.m. and 4:30. Now, when I read this myself, I thought 3 people on a Saturday, well, assuming it's a Saturday, no, it's not a Saturday, is it? It's a couple of days ago. On a midweek afternoon, no, I would have thought it was much, much higher than that. But clearly that's unusual, because otherwise it wouldn't be reported in this way. And there's this particular state of pickpockets. So, just a reminder to people, be careful when you put your bag, make sure that you shut it properly. And really and truly, just look at how low the incidence is. With 3 people being pickpocketed in an afternoon is newsworthy.
Well, the thing is, it is actually part of a much longer spate of pickpockets, in that I know somebody who had her purse taken and lost £1,200 within 20 minutes. So,
I didn't know that.
So,
Didn't know it was a bigger problem.
It is quite a problem in the area, and I think the fact that they're on the lookout, as I understand it, they look out for these things at the weekend, which has been my friend book. But the fact that it's now in the week as well is, I think, the interesting part of this story, from what I've been told.
Okay, well there you go. Anyone who's walking around and about, just look out at where your purse is, look out where your wallet is, and make sure that they're safe.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, thank you for that. You sound as if you were in a fish tank yourself at the moment. If you've been flooded out, obviously we've got a few gremlins again, unfortunately. But thank you very much, and hope you'll be safe tonight in the boat.
Yeah, thank you very much, Diane. I'm sure I will.
Okay, take care. See you soon. Okay, Chris, back to dry land. And you're actually enjoying the sunshine there, by the looks of it.
I am out in the sunshine, and I think that this issue with the sound is actually across all of us. It might be something to do with the starting position of the show, and consequently you're all right, but everyone else isn't.
Oh, okay. Well, fine. Okay.
Just an observation.
You're coming across fine.
Oh, okay. I can hear myself for some bizarre reason. Anyhow, yes, I'm down here in Cassiobury Park, enjoying some sun after all the torrential rain of last night. I was woken at 3 a.m. I don't live far from here, and it was just thunder and lightning. Very pleasant, actually, sitting there in my bed listening to the rain outside. Not so pleasant for those who are being flooded, unfortunately. So, yeah, my thoughts go out to those people. But, yeah, so I'm in Cassiobury Park. I'm going to just sort of stand up and have a turn round here, because where I am at the moment is I'm standing in the bandstand is close to me, all right, but what we've got here is we've got an area around the bandstand, and you can see here that was a chair I was just sitting on there, and there's this pathway which this is a new path which has joined up to one of the main thoroughfares through Cassiobury Park, and they've built this new area here. They've obviously got some grass work still to do. As you can see, it's very patchy around here. So clearly I shouldn't be walking on it, but I am. So we've got this lovely new path, which is designated here with this decorative brickwork at the end. And then I'm going to give you the full glory of this bandstand. So here we go. I'm now walking along the bandstand, and it's been situated in quite a nice, spacious sort of surroundings. So when all this, there's some brown patches and stuff here as well. But once this is all kind of grown and been mown and stuff, I'm sure it will be very, very nice indeed. You can see here there's a sign here on here telling me that the entrance is closed and that I need to find an alternative. Well, there is no alternative, so I'm just going to steamroller through here. You can see there's this lovely lush grass. It's very lush after last night here, and there's this path continues, and it goes around to where the bandstand is. And so here we go. This is the first sort of viewing here. It looks really rather lovely. It was a very drab affair when it was sat by the town hall, and not town. Well, it was a town hall actually, the library. But they've obviously brought it here, and they've really given it a good lick of paint and sorted it out. So you've got all these colours. I'm sure that these colours are Watford colours, are they? I'm not 100% sure, but they've done a really quite a decent job, as you can see. They've done the whole ceiling up there, and the blue bits at the top, and everything else, and the paving inside here is really rather pleasant as well. So people have already said about this, why isn't it on a plinth, so that it, when you've got people sitting around it, everyone can still see the musicians inside. So that's something I've heard through the grapevine as a slight negative. But to be honest, it's a huge improvement to what we had before, and I think it's going to be very popular. They've already had the launch of it, obviously, when it was opened with good old Dorothy down here and a few other of the people from the council, and there is a chap who's in charge of all the parks. I can't remember his name now, but I did try and connect with him today on Facebook and try and get him down here to have an interview, but although he saw my message, he wasn't inclined to reply. So anyhow, I think it's a bit of a result. I think it's nice to have it. This is where originally, I don't know whether it was originally in this spot. I have no idea. I have a feeling it wasn't, but anyway, I think the place it is now is quite nice. So gets a thumbs up from me, Diane.
I think it was pretty much in that spot from what I remember. Sorry, I can hear feedback on me now. From what I can remember many years ago. But my very first thought was what you just mentioned, is why isn't it on a plinth? It used to be on a plinth, I'm sure, when it was first in the park, and certainly when it was outside the town hall. So it seems odd not to do it, but there you go. Very bright, it's very cheerful.
Yeah.
Colours, Chris, are the colours that appear in the Watford coat of arms. So you're right there. And the other thing is, of course, when it was originally built, they didn't worry about things like this access for the disabled. And if it's raised, then you've got to somehow work out a way of getting people up to a higher level if they're performing.
So are you saying that what they're worried about was people who may be performing not being able to get onto the plinth? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
There are ramps.
Yeah, my immediate thought is they could helicopter them in, but no, a ramp would be more simple.
Yeah, well, enough
There are all sorts of places.
of the silliness. We move on. Thank you, Chris, for that. Okay.
Now, do you want me to wander down elsewhere into the park, or have you had enough of me today?
I think we've had enough of you today.
All right. Well, thank you very much. In which case, I'm vamoosing. Cheerio, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Well, thank you very much, Chris. No, that's really good, and it's good to get someone who lived and born in Watford their entire life, was born and lived in Watford their entire life, get their viewpoint on the bandstand, and it does look a fabulous improvement of what was happening outside the library, as you said.
Yeah, so there you go. Final view of it before I disappear. So cheerio for now.
Okay, thanks, Chris. Take care. Hi, Neil.
Hello.
Hi. I think you've got something even more surreal than that report from Chris.
Indeed. Watford's last match, which I predicted would be a tight game on the draw, ended up being a thriller. But Watford came back from 2-0 down to win 4-4. And very interesting game, right from the off. Both sides were going at each other. Neither side defending particularly well, and they were chances galore. Even when Watford were 2-0 down, it could have been 2-2. And it was a really interesting game, and there was lots of showboating and tricks going on by the West Ham team. They felt they were just running the game when they were 2-0 down, but unfortunately, I think that was to their detriment because they seemed to wind Troy Deeney up. As in the interview afterwards, he on BBC Radio 5, he said we were getting mugged off, was a quote, by West Ham, and he wasn't happy about that.
No, that was kind of like one of the headlines, wasn't it, about the game?
Yeah, definitely. So basically, you wound the team up. Everyone in the Watford shirt put 10% extra effort in, and we ended up completely and utterly dominating the game. We were winning every tackle. Everything was going our way, and some absolutely stupendous goals. Deeney was fantastic lob from the edge of the box, was getting praise from all over the place for his goal. Etienne Capoue scored another blaster, similar to his goal on the first day of the season. He's had 3 this season already, and he didn't score at all last year. So we're off and running, and we're mid-table and sitting pretty, I would say.
Yeah. 2 other things. The Gallo scores. So it's good to see him back in the goal trail again.
Yes, thank goodness. It was a typical Iggy goal, a little Iggy scoop, and then he got a deflection off the defender, but they all count. So good to see him back in scoring form. What was really good about the game in my mind is the fact that Horst Mazzari wasn't afraid to use his substitutes, and both Deeney and Igalo got substituted. And I'm not saying they deserve to be substituted, but it's good to know that he's not afraid to take them off. And we've now got players on the bench who can come on and do a job when they're not on the pitch.
Yes. Unfortunately, the game was marked by some fan trouble.
Yes, very disappointing. It was early reported that Watford were involved, Watford fans, but as it turns out, not at all. It was a problem with the West Ham fans, and some Watford fans got caught up in it. I heard from the rumour vine what's happening is there's West Ham fans wanting to stand up and they're refusing to sit down, and the stewards were taking offence to that, and there was some crowd trouble, and 13 West Ham fans have been banned from watching West Ham for life.
Okay. We don't need that sort of thing back if we do it.
No, not at all. That's the old days. We don't need that anymore.
Now, talking of old days, an old boy's returned to Watford, and he's talking about how different it is.
Yes, defender Adrian Marietta, Watford fan favourite, back at the club, and he could barely recognise the ground and the training facilities, and it's just a massive step up in level since he was there the last time. And he says they've definitely moved the club forward, and just coming to the training ground, you can see the improvements.
Yeah, that's really good, and it is a huge improvement. He left 4 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, 2012. I think it might have been that season he won Player of the Season, but he certainly won Player of the Season. And we were struggling to survive on zero money in the Championship then. And little did he know what was going to be ahead. I don't think he would have left if he had known the puzzle was going to take over, what was going to happen.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what would have had a change behind the scenes in the medical department? And this is a bit of a surprise, I think, for most people.
Yeah, this is a strange one. So Watford's head of medical has been dismissed. It seems dismissed. Richard Collins was brought in last February, oversaw dramatic improvements in the medical facilities at the training ground and that. No one really saying what's going on. But has been relieved of his duties, we'll put it that way, a few weeks into the season, which is strange because they had all pre-season to do it if they wanted to, and they also had the international break to do it. So I'm not really sure what's occurred there. It's going to leave him in a difficult position because all the other clubs would have filled their roles by now, so he's going to be in a difficult position himself getting a job. But we wish him the best and hope he does manage to find work elsewhere.
Okay, that's great. Thank you for that. Now, big game on Sunday. They're not playing tomorrow, are they? What?
No, we're Sunday midday with a big game on Sunday against Man United. It's going to be an interesting one. Man U are having a bit of a shocker at the moment. They lost the derby, well beaten by Manchester City, and they were beaten in the European game. And although they will have Wayne Rooney, Valencia and Luke Shaw returning to the squad because they didn't play in the European tournament, there is a definite chance for Watford to get something out of this game, because whenever a team plays in Europe midweek, it is a stress on them fitness-wise and players. And they won't be at quite 100%, I wouldn't have thought, on Sunday. So Watford have got a real chance to get a draw out.
Okay, so do you think that United will still be below par, although they've changed 9 players from the?
Yeah, it really does affect you. The stats don't lie. If you look at every team that plays in Europe, they pretty much all have a problem the following game. Not saying they don't win them sometimes, because they do, but they don't win as many as if there wasn't a European game that week. Now, obviously, Man United are full of stars, and I'm sure they're going to play better than they did against Man City, because they were well beaten against Man City. So it's going to be up to Watford to play at a real high tempo, play the pressing game. Wayne Rooney against Manchester City was guilty of giving the ball away a lot. So let's press hard on him. Let's get him giving the ball away and frustrated. And then you never know.
So I presume you're going?
I will be there, yes.
Yep. Paul Merson has said 2-2 and Laura has said 2-1 to United. What's your prediction?
Well, Laura would almost never predict Watford win or Watford result, so I'm not surprised about that. And Paul Merson, I'm going with Paul Merson. I'm going to say it's going to be a draw, and there probably will be goals because Manchester United can score. So if Watford are going to draw, they're going to have to score a couple of goals. So 2-2 from me.
Okay, thanks for that. You've got a pretty good record with your predictions, haven't you?
Apart from last week's, but I'll take that one. I'm happy with that.
Well, anyone and everyone can have that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, Kings Langley, they're back on winning ways.
Yes, what a difference a week makes in football. Kings Langley were a couple of points off bottom of the table in their new highest ever league they played in, and 2 wins: a 1-0 win away to Cirencester and a 2-0 home win against Basingstoke. And all of a sudden they're sitting pretty mid-table on 11 points, and it's like they were in that league all along, and like they deserve to be there. And this Saturday, they haven't got a league game this Saturday. They've got a FA Cup qualifying round 2, and they're away to Hadley. And they will be a team who are concentrating on trying to get something out of the league because they need out of the cup because they need the money. So hopefully they'll get another win, and there'll be another financial bonus for them.
Again, it just goes to show what confidence can do. They got that first win in the cup, didn't they? And as you said, they then won the next 2 league games. Straight on, so they're looking for their 4th successive win on the cup now, aren't they?
Yeah, and that would be fantastic. And it is about confidence because they haven't been beaten heavily in any of the games. They haven't been outplayed. They were just not really being able to hold on to goals, leads. Just didn't have the killer instinct they had last year, and maybe some of that was down to the confidence. They weren't sure they were up against better opposition, whether they could do it or not. But lo and behold, like you said, all of a sudden one win and the confidence is flowing, and the team are playing passing, attacking football and taking control of games.
Okay, so as you say, they're playing away tomorrow, and then somebody else who starts, well, another team, I should say, who start their season this weekend are West Herts Hockey Club.
Yes, the hockey season starts tomorrow, and it'll be the first time ever that both the men and the women will be playing in the higher leagues. So we wish them all the best of luck. And it's been a good time for hockey at the moment, because obviously with the Britain women winning the Olympic gold medal, they're getting a lot of interest, new players coming along. So hopefully that's going to strengthen the squad. And they've also been bolstered by Team GB is John Herts, who's goalkeeping coach, who's coming to West Herts, and he's going to be coaching both the men's and the women's team. So another local team that's on the up.
I'm talking of winning of local teams on the up. Fullerians won again last weekend.
Yeah, another team, locals who are playing at their highest ever level. They've done incredibly well. They didn't know what it was going to be like going up. They did dominate their league last year, but after 2 games, early doors, and a long way to go. But they're getting the bonus points for tries scored and points conceded, and they're joint top of the table. And they had a thumping 39-6 win over old Fullerians last week, and they said they're not complacent despite the bonus points. They're still looking to try to improve their squad. They're still trying to improve their fitness. And if the first 2 results are anything to go by, they're going to be a dangerous team in the league this year, and everyone will be looking out and won't want to be playing Fullerians. Unfortunately for Brentford, they are the next ones. So while they're flying high, Brentford, it's 3 p.m. kickoff, and it's away. Yes, I was just double checking whether it's home or away. And Brentwood lost last week 19-15 to Chingford, and they're currently 7th in the league. So another opportunity to Fullerians to stamp their authority on the table. Can't hear you, Diane, you're muted.
I'm having a few technical issues at my end as well now. It's my turn. I was saying Brentford finished, I think, 3rd in the league last season from the research I did. So there should be a good test for it for the area. Yeah,
definitely. It's always good to play someone who finishes near the top to see how you really do stack up against the best. But they're absolutely flying. I mean, confidence is sky high. They won their first game without a full-strength team, and last week they actually thumped the opposition. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they're getting against someone who finished 3rd last year.
Okay, now West Herts and Fullerians have started their season. Watford and Kings Langley are near the start of their season, but Radlett coming to an end, and their season ends tomorrow.
Yes, so Radlett, after slipping up in the league on the last day of the season, they made amends in the playoff semi-finals, winning by 4 wickets against Harpenden, setting up a Herts final playoff tomorrow at I haven't got the venue, but against Welwyn Garden City, and I'm just waiting for the link to come up so I can give you the address. Okay, they are playing. It's a 50-over match, obviously. It's taking place at Cobden Hill, starting at 11 a.m. And being cricket, the bar will be open. There'll be a barbecue throughout the day. So get along if you want to watch some championship cricket and have a beer and a barbecue. You're muted again, Diane.
Sorry about that. I said somebody else who's had a fantastic summer is Matt Wallace, who's based at Moore Park, and he's been talking to the Watford Observer and reflecting on his season to date.
Yes, record-breaking season for Moore Park golfer Matt Wallace. 5 sore triumphs on the trot. His first visit to the major league, and just missed out on making it 6 tournaments on the trot. He was a shot behind the leaders and couldn't manage to take it into a playoff. He says he was a little bit gutted about that because his putting wasn't really on form, and that's quite a mental day. So, but what can he do? He can't really complain or be upset. He's broken all records and had the best season anyone's ever had in that tour. In fact, no one's won 5 tournaments on the trot in any of the tours, so he's got to be really proud of himself.
Right. Thank you for that, Neil. So no doubt you'll be at Watford on the Sunday cheering them on. It's kick-off at 12 o'clock, isn't it?
It's a 12 o'clock kick-off, so early start, and then a few beers afterwards to celebrate getting a point or 3 out the game. Okay.
And do you know if tickets are still available?
No, it'll be sold out.
Okay, that's great. Okay, well, thank you, Neil.
Okay, I've got to go, so enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye. Hi, Catherine.
Hello.
Hello.
Number 2.
Number 2, yeah. So I have this effect on people. Now, where are we going to start? You can colour yourself red or purple. In the
Indeed, yes, we're going multicoloured, aren't we? So this is Herts Air Ambulance. Be a hero, go red for your local air ambulance. They're encouraging people to be a hero, support their local life-saving charity during National Air Ambulance Week, which is the 19th to the 25th of September. You can go red by doing lots of different things. You can wear red, you can bake red, you can party in red, and you can even turn your social media profile picture red, and you can find out more about us on their website. If you go to heartsairambulanceuk.com and go to their news and events section, then you'll find out all about it, how to register, how to raise lots of money for them, and support the marvellous work that they do.
Okay, and you mentioned the Go Purple as well for St Francis. New Hope, apparently we don't often talk about it because they don't seem to promote their activities as well as some do. They have a Connect evening coming up this Monday.
Yes, absolutely. I hadn't actually mentioned the hospitals in St Francis yet, but yes, you can go purple doing all the same sorts of things in the Herts Air Ambulance as you can at the hospice in St Francis. Again, go to their website and you'll find out more about registering and all the rest of it. Yeah, New Hope, obviously a local Watford charity. Everybody in Watford knows about New Hope. It used to be New Hope Trust, supporting the homeless. They've got a Connect evening, so you can find out all the latest New Hope news, hear from frontline staff, and discover how you can help. And this is on Monday, September the 19th. It's from 7:30 till 9. It's at St Mary's Church. That's right in the middle of the town. You can't miss it. There's lots of car parks around it as well. So, yeah, that's Monday, September the 19th. Find out how you can support the New Hope and help the homeless and those that support the homeless in our area.
Okay, that sounds really good. And the Peace Hospice are promoting an event they're holding at the end of October, which is something a bit different.
Gosh. Yes, you need to get your feet into gear for this one. This is their fire walk. Now, I think somebody last year did some walking on broken glass or stones or something or other, but this is a fire walk. So can you walk on burning hot coals? Well, if you're not sure, go give it a try on Thursday, the 27th of October, and you can support the Peace Hospice, all the fab work that they do. You can sign up on their website, go to peacehospice.co.uk, and you can find out all the registration details there. It's going to be taking place at the Caledon Community Centre, London Colney, St Albans. As I say, you just need to register your interest for the time being, and they'll send you more information. They're asking that you raise a minimum of £75 in sponsorship and pay a registration fee of £15. Obviously, all monies go towards the amazing stuff that they do at the Peace Hospice. So that's on the 27th of October. Find out more on the website.
Okay, and Michael Sobel Hospice have a Halloween quiz night coming up.
Absolutely. We're doing all the hospices this week. So this is the Michael Sobel Hospice. They're having a Halloween quiz night. This is going to be on the 19th of October, so coming up soon. It's at the Michael Sobel Centre, Mount Vernon Hospital in Northwood. Again, if you go to michaelsobelhospice.co.uk, you'll find all the information. They have to register online, and they will send you more information. Tickets sell out fast, so book now. Teams of 8 maximum. There's also a buddy table available for those without a team, so you can get paired up with a team on the night. Tickets include a fish and chips supper, vegetarian option is available, and there's a limited licensed bar. Parking is also available on site. Price is £16 a ticket. Sounds like a great night of fun, and again supporting a wonderful local hospice.
Okay, and this weekend, if you want to be a fireman, you can find out more about it.
Absolutely, we've touched on fire before. Only don't touch fire because that's dangerous. Rickmansworth Fire Station, they're having an open day. I know the Watford Fire Station often has an open day as well, and we've been to before, and it's great fun. So this one is in Rickmansworth, Rectory Road in Rickmansworth. It's on the 17th of September, so that's tomorrow. And it's happening from 12 midday till 4 in the afternoon. There's kids' rides and stalls, bouncy castle, the police are going to be there, hopefully not in an official capacity. There's a water cannon challenge. That's where the water cannons have gone. I knew they'd be used for something. And there's lots of other things going on as well. Refreshments and what's that? Fire engineers of the past. Oh, that sounds interesting. Anyway, so there's lots and lots of things going on. Fire what, sorry?
Engines.
Oh, engines, not engineers. I thought they were going to roll out some old boys and girls that have been in the fire service for a long time, but obviously not. No, fire engines of the past, you're right. There's also, I've just noticed, an aerial ladder platform with a teddy bear drop. That sounds a bit harsh. So I'd leave your teddy bears at home in case they get nabbed and taken up the top of the ladder. But that sounds like great fun. That's at Rickmansworth tomorrow. I
can see it being a petition on change.org or something like that.
Yes, yes, quite probably.
Anyway, what is also happening this weekend is the Watford District Classic Vehicle Club are holding the Classics on the Green on Sunday.
Absolutely, yeah. This is always a popular event. I'm just looking at the photo that they've got on there, which I'm guessing is from last year. There are hundreds, thousands of people there and cars as far as the eye can see. So this is a fun family day with lots of cars and funfair rides as well. Classics on the Green is on the 18th September, so that's Sunday, 10 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. No booking, free entry, donations to all the charities that they're supporting. I think there's usually a bucket or something as you walk in and you chuck some money in it. They're also being supported by Carter's Steam Fair. So it sounds like a really good, fun family day. Hopefully the sun will shine on Sunday as well. And we'll have had enough of this awful rain. So it might be worth taking your wellies anyway, just in case, because it's all a bit wet recently. But yeah, that's happening on Sunday, 10 in the morning, Classics on the Green in Croxley Green. Can't hear you, Diane. You're a bit muted.
I don't know. We're having lots of trouble today.
Go on, crash on.
Yeah, all right, thank you. Somewhere you can go regardless of the weather. It's the Tropicana nights at the Colosseum.
Of course, yes, absolutely. Enter the tropics and wave your cocktails in the air. Tropicana nights at Watford Coliseum. This is no, it's not tonight. It's tomorrow night at 8 in the evening. So if you're looking for a fun-filled evening, fantastic 80s music and dancing, then look no further. Head on down to Watford Coliseum for Tropicana nights. I'll give you a rough idea of pricing. It's £9 a ticket. for what's that VIP package for you can treat yourself for an extra £10 per person. Your group will have your very own reserved seating area for the whole evening, as well as a cocktail each. So that sounds like a really good fun thing to do. Bring the sunshine back into your life and head on down to Watford Castle.
Okay, and Mr. Wonderful is back with a tea dance later in the week.
I got all excited about this until I saw it was a tea dance. But it's yeah, if you're not into Tropicana nights, you want something a little more civilized, then maybe a tea dance is your thing. Mr. Wonderful returns
For some, Tropicana is the height of civilization.
yes, quite. Mr. Wonderful returns to the Coliseum with a series of glittering dance events suited to beginners and seasoned dancers alike. You can come with a partner or on your own, come for a dance or just to chat. We'd love to see you. So head on down to Watford Coliseum. This is on Tuesday the 20th of September. They've got lots of these coming up, by the way. If you go onto the website, then you can put all the dates in your diary. But the next one is Tuesday the 20th of September, my birthday, just saying. And this is at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Pricing is £5 a ticket. Groups of 8 or more get 20% off. It sounds like a great way to spend the afternoon.
Remind me to send you a ticket.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I think we're going out all day.
Okay. Something slightly different. Next Friday, and we're mentioning it now because it's quite early on next Friday in the late afternoon. The Coliseum have a Lobby Live event with Katie's Jumping Cruise.
Yes, yes, I promise there's no actual fleas involved. I hope not, anyway. Yeah, this is Lobby Live. Now, I can't see a time on here anywhere, but I know from experience that the Lobby Live music usually starts around 6 o'clock in the evening. They're showcasing local bands, local artists who do a musical set before the main event of whatever's showing at Watford Coliseum. It could well be another Tropicana night, I don't know. But anyway, this is Lobby Live presents Katie's Jumping Fleas. It's Friday the 23rd of September, we think around 6-ish. Katie's Jumping Fleas were formed in 2013 by a group of St Albans-based enthusiasts. They play at lots of public events locally. They're very, very popular, and they do lots of music from the 60s onwards. Beatles, ABBA, Rolling Stones, and The Who, as well as some more recent artists such as Paloma Faith, Imelda May, and Amy MacDonald. So an eclectic set by the sound of it. Get on down there. It's free. You don't have to pay anything to listen to the music. You can make use of the bar, and there's some food and everything will be as well. So yeah, that's Friday the 23rd of September at Watford Coliseum.
Okay, that's great. And if you're brassed off, you have the opportunity to listen to some Corey band music.
Absolutely. Now, yeah, I know this, but well, I've seen the film, and I know they tour all over the place. This is an absolutely exceptional opportunity, and I know this is going to be sold out. Sunday, the 25th of September. This is the Grimthorpe Colliery Band, as seen in the hit movie Brassed Off. I was trying to remember the name of the guy who stars in the film, and I can picture him, but I can't think of his name. Sorry, say it again?
Pete Postlethwaite.
That's it. Yeah. Now say it quickly. Pete Postlethwaite. Yes, that's the chap. Absolutely fabulous film. If you haven't seen the film, do see it, and you'll see the band performing. They've won so many awards. They've played at so many things. They're world renowned. They played at events including the FIFA World Cup, BAFTA Awards, BBC Proms, Eurovision, and the London 2012 Olympic Games opening ceremony. They're well and truly a part of British culture. So this promises to be an absolutely fabulous evening with a great programme of popular material from stage and screen, including Carnival in Venice, 1812 Overture, Death or Glory, Glenn Miller Tribute, and of course an extended section of tunes from the hit movie Brassed Off. So this is on Sunday, the 25th September. It's at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, sorry. And ticket pricing is under 12s at £7.50. Otherwise, it's £22 or £24. Get in there quick because tickets aren't going to hang around for long. Diane, you're on mute.
Sorry. it's so unusual for me having to mute.
I know. We know why. Nobody out there knows why, but we do.
Yeah. Okay. Something completely different. Roy Chubby Brown is playing at the end of May.
Absolutely, yes. You fancy something rude and crude? Their words, not mine. Yes, Roy Chubby Brown will be at Watford Coliseum on Friday the 30th of September. If that's your cup of tea, then get on the website and grab some tickets. He is politically as incorrect as ever. The world's most outrageous comedian is far too rude for TV, so this live performance is the only place to catch the flamboyant comedian. This is Friday, 30th September, 7:30 in the evening, and tickets are £21.50, all group saving tickets.
Okay, and from the I was going to say to the Supreme to Sublime.
Do you know, I thought exactly the same thing, and I thought we have to get this right. From the ridiculous to the sublime. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Or the sub to the sublime. Oh.
Indeed, yeah, something a little more classic. Carmen with the Russian State Opera is also coming to the Watford Coliseum on Saturday, the 8th of October. For those that don't know, Carmen's written by Bizet. It's, well, everybody knows about Carmen, for goodness sake. So I'm not going to go into the story, but if you've never tried opera before, you would love this full orchestra experience with fantastic, colourful costumes, exquisite singing, and those wonderful tunes that the audience will still be humming to themselves on their way home. This is a must-see opera production for everyone. I mean, Watford Coliseum is incredibly accessible for some really, really good performances, and this is one of them. So Saturday, the 8th of October, 7:30 in the evening. Ticket pricing, it's a little bit high. It's going to be very, very popular. And they've come all the way from Russia, for goodness sake. So tickets are £33.50 or £35.50. You can obviously make some group savings, and concessions are £2.50 off. Definitely worth it.
Okay, now we've got some bad news. DJ Wayne isn't appearing this evening.
We don't know why though, do we?
No.
Very sad indeed. We wish him all that. Maybe he got stuck on the train. Maybe he gave up and went home or something. I don't know.
But Andy Robb is playing soul and Motown instead.
Yay! So there is something going on at the Horns tonight. Andy Robb, as you say, is playing his soul and Motown. He's will be entertaining audiences from 9 in the evening through till 1 in the morning. Its entry is before 9:30, £3. Thereafter, free entry before 9:30, £3 thereafter. So yeah, that's Andy Robb playing soul and Motown tonight at the Horns.
Okay, and then tomorrow night's gig is cancelled, which was going to be McVicker, sorry.
Yeah, I know why that one's cancelled. McVicker's having a McBaby, so he apologises. and we wish them well. Hurrah, congratulations.
Yeah, they did the Starlight Walk with the Peace Hospital, so they're actually very good.
I'll have to catch them next time at the Horns then.
But Sunday, to make up for their gig on Saturday, they have 2 gigs.
Yay! They have Steelyard Blue, which is playing from 4 till 7 in the afternoon. That's free. They're an English band with an excellent reputation all over Europe. They've supported and played with many top international bands and play many of the leading European blues clubs and festivals. So definitely worth a squiz. The other one on Sunday is The Power of Soul. This is another free gig. 6-piece covers band, well-established band from northwest London, playing classic 1960s soul covers. So 2 great bands on at the Horns this coming Sunday. I can't hear you, Diane.
Waters Meet are showing a Jason Bourne film this week.
Indeed they are, yeah. The latest in the Jason Bourne series. And this one has Matt Damon back. Yay! He wasn't in the last one, so it's nice to have him back. This is showing at Waters Meet, or some call it as well. And it's showing on 21st and 22nd September. The film lasts 2 hours 3 minutes, so nice comfy seats are in order. On the 21st, it's on at 2, 5 and 8 o'clock. And on the 22nd, it's on at 11, 2, 5 and 8. So multiple viewing times, no excuse not to see it. Tickets are £5 for adults, £4 for concessions, and that's at Waters Meet.
I'll get the hang of this lad. I'm muting myself. Palace Theatre are showing have a fifth production of Hamlet.
Indeed, yes, yeah. This I've seen this advertised on Facebook as well, and they're billing it as the pioneering Black Theatre Live, most recently taught. Oh no, sorry, as the first all-black production of Hamlet in Britain, making a striking contribution to the Shakespeare 400 anniversary celebration. The theatre company is the Black Theatre Live. And they most recently toured with hit productions of Tara Art's Macbeth, directed by Jatinder Verma, She Called Me Mother, starring Golden Globe nominee Kathy Tyson, and The Diary of a Hounslow Girl by young writer Andreen Razier. So yeah, there's some pioneering art going on here. There's a few comments on Facebook about the fact that it's being billed as the first all-black production. There's lots of people saying, "Oh, why hasn't this been done before?" There's lots of people saying, "Oh, that sounds absolutely brilliant. Let's go and support it." So yeah, check out the Facebook page as well. There's a great cast. We've got a clip. A trailer of it on at the Watford Palace website as well, so have a look and see what it's all about. It's on it's on tonight, Saturday, twice. Tonight's on at 7:30, so better get your skates on if you're going down there tonight. And Saturday 2:30 and 7:30 performances. So yeah, this looks fabulous. All the ticket prices are on. There's a whole range of different ticket prices depending on where you want to sit. So have a look on Watford Palace Theatre's website and see what it's all about.
Okay, and the Palace are doing something a bit different on Sunday.
Yes, for anybody celebrating Eid, or anybody wants to go and see what it's all about, join them for a wonderful Eid celebration at the Palace Theatre with an evening of music and dance performances from local community and professional performers, including Sona Walia, Ali Abbas and Pearls of Islam. Tickets are £7. Price includes a complimentary snack. I wonder what the snack is. Is it an ice cream pot? Is it a bag of crisps? Bar of chocolate? You have to go along and find out. Maybe it's some specialist food. I don't know. Someone's done some baking. Somebody go and find out, and then we can let you know next week. So this is on Sunday. It's at 6 o'clock in the evening. Yeah, have fun. Celebrate.
Okay. Having fun. Yellow Comedy playing at Trinity this evening, which is down in Harrow, which is out of our area. So we won't say any more about it. But tomorrow they start at a new venue, which is very familiar to link to both coffee members.
Absolutely, yeah. You often mentioned about the coffee meetings at Perk Coffee. I must admit, I've not been there yet, but I do know that it's at 17 The Parade, Delta Game, Carpenter's Park. Doors open at 7:30. Comedy starts at 8. Everybody is welcome. It's free to get in. Why not be so free to get out? But it's free to get in. That's the main thing. The headliner is John Long. Also appearing are Chester Constable, John Dredge, Aaron Hargreaves, Aaron Simmons, Pamela Mitchell, Pete White, and of course the ever spectacular MC Andrew Carberry. Yeah, everybody get along to Yellow Comedy, support this first event at this particular venue, and yeah, it should be a fabulous event. That's on September the 17th.
Okay, which is tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes, tomorrow.
September something sounds miles off.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, to be honest, I have no idea what day we're on at the moment, let alone what date.
Well, yeah, I just have a week and put you only back in days. So
I wish I was still out there, Diane. I can tell you.
Okay, before you do a restaurant review, I'm just going to run through what's happening for Link for Growth next week. Tomorrow you can get more of Chris, who will be at Barracuda Cafe next to the market, for a link for coffee between 10 and 11:30. And it is, I know I keep saying it, but it is a good opportunity for you to go along and find out more about what Link for Growth is about. and how it tries to help the build the community in the area, and why we do this show and things like that. So, and Chris is very passionate about it and speaks very well on the topic. So that's tomorrow at Barracuda Cafe, next to the market, between 10 and 11:30. Then Sunday, if you want a good old English breakfast, or you prefer something a bit lighter, then it's linked for breakfast at the Junction Cafe on the corner of Station Road and St Albans Road, again between 10 and 12. This is especially during the winter months, tends to be quite a popular event. I think people justify a big English breakfast when the weather is cold. And so do go along there and find out more. Again, to find out more about Lincoln Grove, or just meet new people there. I know Chris speaks very highly of the food that the Junction Cafe serve. Then on Tuesday, Chris can eat more lemon drizzle cake, because it's linked for coffee at the kitchen, which is a coffee morning between 10 and 11:30. So the cake's down in the kitchen, and working along anyway. And whilst we're down there trying out the cake, you might as well find out more about what Linked Growth is and meet new and interesting people, and start to build up some community network links in your area. And then finally next week for Lincoln Growth on Thursday the 22nd, there is Link for Coffee at LJ's Coffee House between 9:30 and 10. LJ's Coffee House is situated in that big island opposite Bushy Station, so down by Bushy Arches. Coffee time starts slightly earlier than usual. As I said, it starts at 9:30 and goes until 11. That's LJ's Coffee House. Catherine, do you have a restaurant review for us this week?
I do now. I didn't 5 minutes ago, but I do now. Yeah, I'd forgotten about this particularly regular part of the show. Luckily, I do remember that we went out last Sunday evening and had a lovely meal at the Southern Cross, which is in Langley Road. So yeah, it was absolutely fabulous. Actually, it was recommended by our daughter. She works at the Tudor Bar, which is Green King pub, and the Southern Cross is also Green King. So thankfully, because she's an employee, we had a nice little discount. But that aside, it's still a great pub. It's a flaming grill pub. So if you like your meat, it's absolutely perfect for you. But not only that, they also do lots of dishes for vegetarians, and they also mark some of their dishes non-gluten, so that's really quite useful to know as well. And it's also, they make a point of saying that their food is prepared in a kitchen where nuts, cereals containing gluten and other allergens are prepared, and our menu descriptions do not all include all ingredients. So do read them carefully. But it's interesting to note that more and more places are actually specifying, what's not just vegetarian but gluten-free or anything else. So yeah, traditional pub fare, lots of burgers, lots of steaks, lots of combos, surf and turf. All the favourites. There's a good selection of cask ales as well. So Nick was happy. Lots of real ales. It's one of the favourite pubs of Watford Camera as well. They're often down there for socials or meetings. But yeah, there's also a Rum Shack festival they've got on their website advertising that's going on at the moment. I don't know why we didn't indulge in that, having just come back from the Caribbean, but maybe it's because it was Sunday night and we were getting up for work the next day. You can book online, all very easy to book through their website. The address is 4143 Langley Road, Watford. Nice and easy to find. We've got a nice car park at the front and at the back as well, so no excuses there. They're taking bookings for Christmas dinners already. So Christmas parties and also Christmas Day. Festive menu looks fabulous. I'm pretty sure it's them that's doing a 3-in-1 board. So yeah, it looks absolutely fabulous. So yeah, get on down to Southern Cross, Langley Road, Watford. Have a look at their website. It's under the Flaming Grills pubs, and you'll find it under Watford. But yeah, we had a nice time. I'm sure you will too.
Okay, well, thank you for that, Catherine. And that concludes this week's show. I'm sorry for the sound quality issues we've had throughout the entire show. Obviously, there's water or something got in the cables. But we will all be back next week. Hopefully, we'll have fixed the sound by then. Chris will have put another shilling in the meter or whatever it is, and YouTube will be up to speed, and we'll have a good sound and picture quality. Until then, thank you for watching. Do get in touch with us at L4G SW Herts. That's at L4G SW Herts. If you have any questions, you would like us to cover your event. Thank you, and bye-bye.